everybody. Happy Monday. I hope everyone's doing well today. It's very, very sunny, as you can see. The air conditioning is just kicked on, so I apologize if there's a little bit of a hum, but it's just so hot today that I kind of need it, so I apologize about that. Thank you for joining me. The DC Fandom schedule should be coming out very, very soon. I'd hoped to be covering that this morning. It's supposed to come out any day now. Hopefully it'll be tomorrow. Also, I have to finish Lovecraft Country, so that's taking a little longer than I anticipated, so that review will go up tomorrow. So I'm sorry there weren't any new videos today, but please know I have lots of them planned for tomorrow. I saw somebody joined. Let me just say hi to the new member here. Paul Atterbury, thank you for joining. Anybody who joins during a stream gets a special shout out. Thank you everybody who is a member. I love talking with you guys here. And even for those of you who are able to, welcome back Hugo. Even for those of you who aren't able to be a member but still like to listen in, I appreciate it, and please know that even though you can't comment, it's nice to have you here. So we have a lot of great stuff to go over today. We have 3 interesting stories. Today was a surprisingly good stream of small stories, and in fact I have 2 that are already earmarked for tomorrow unless other stuff comes out. But the new streaming schedule is Monday through Thursday, typically at around 4 p.m. If I can change it up a little bit, I will. And don't forget that on Friday we're doing a watch-along. Hey, Coolest Muggle, that's a great name. On Friday, we're doing a watch-along for Batman Returns to get ready for DC Fandom next weekend. So I hope you'll consider joining in. You have to have your own copy of the movie, but otherwise, we have a great time talking here about it. We'll see if Michael Keaton said yes, but we'll be ready if he did. So before we get, and then of course, as always, the last 10 minutes of the stream, you can ask me anything that you would like. So, hey, Summer Clearance, that's a great name. You guys are very clever with your names. So first off, what I like to do is just, give everybody a moment to settle in, and I like to know where you're watching from, what you're up to. If you have a question, Ghost Rider, please hold it till the end of the stream. Dom, I'm very happy to hear that in Australia this is a good time for you. 6:22 a.m. Good morning. It's Tuesday for you. Luke is eating breakfast for an early dinner in upstate New York, about to watch the Black Widow trailers. Oh, I think you mean or an early dinner, eating breakfast or an early dinner, right? Natalia is in Miami Beach, and your ramen is ready. That's wonderful. Kyle says it's hot as hell in Los Angeles. Joseph Holmes is drinking Sprite in his apartment right here in New York City. Let's see here. Sander just won a board game in Amsterdam. Huzzah! I finished watching The Great over the weekend. It was great. Alex Struthers says, watching from Cape Cod at the gym with my boyfriend on the treadmill. Oh, that's so sweet. Stay safe. Fellow Grace is sweating in California. That's hot everywhere. It's crazy. Let's see here. Miller says, I just got home from my first day back teaching. Oh, oof is right. I hope everything was okay and everybody was responsible. Portis 2, I'm so glad you could join a live stream as well. Let's see here. Dallas just made it. Etienne says, Canada represent indeed. Chris is in Queens. Hello. Jico, what did Jico say? Watching from his big television. That's awesome. Let's see here. Melita is making lasagna in California. That sounds delicious. Yes. Misty Rand recently joined, says, yes, very hot in California. Lloyd is prepping dinner in Virginia. Carlos says it's 85 even in Denver. Alexander Valentine says, about to shave my head in my apartment. Wish me luck. Good luck, Alex. You're going for the Lex Luthor look. Cannot think of a username. That's very clever. I think you did think of a username. A. Smalls is having baked ziti in the Heights. That's a little similar to lasagna. I like that. Let's see here. Jason is in San Francisco taking a break from mopping. Happy to help you chill a little bit. Douglas is relaxing on the couch. And where is that? Where's Cy? Let's see here. Kevin Plopper just made it. Love it. Oh, look. Neon Penguin said, I just shaved my beard today. Shaving solidarity. I love it. Joshua Selig says he's melting over in the UK. It's hot everywhere. Staten Island. Thank you. Staten Island. I knew it was close by. Let's see here. Tabitha Place in South Carolina trying to decide what to have for dinner. I hear you. And the Geeky Gator says, where are my fellow Cape Cod friends? Oh, I love it. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, we're going to go over the 3 stories of the day, and then you can ask me anything that you would like. I have a hard out at about 4:45, maybe 4:50, but I can't go too long. I do love talking to you guys. I've talked in the past for like an hour with you, but today was going to be around just half an hour. All right, so first story of the day. Hold on. Today I remember the boops. Boop. All right, so Tron 3, it's still happening, as it was confirmed today by Deadline. Now, you might recall that about a month ago, and I made a video about it, a Disney music executive went on some weird podcast and let out that he was trying to secure Daft Punk to contribute the music to another Tron movie. And he said, oh, they really want Joseph Kosinski to return. Jared Leto's still in it. And I expressed a lot of disbelief in the fact that anyone would still hire Jared Leto. Well, apparently Disney does still have him attached to the project, but the person they let go of is Joseph Kosinski, because it was announced today by Deadline that they've picked another director. Now, interestingly, while Tron 3 did trend about a month ago when this music exec did the story, today the only thing that almost broke into the top 10 was Jared Leto. And it wasn't a celebration of Jared Leto's involvement. Everybody was making fun of the fact they didn't want him anywhere near the project. Now, I thought Jared Leto had some good stuff on the table for Joker. I think that he didn't get a fair shake on that. But I will say that in Blade Runner, I thought he was pretty awful. I don't really trust Jared Leto's ability to deliver. Now, it sucks, of course, to be roasted on Twitter, but I wouldn't want him in the movie either. And so I hope that Disney were like, oh, I wonder if Tron 3's trending today. And they're like, oh, look, Jared Leto's trending. And then they were like, oh, nobody wants him in the film. I mean, this film is still in early development, so they don't have to keep anything. And I think they really should strip it down and start yet again, because I think that the director they've chosen is not a good choice either. So who is it? So they said Joseph Kosinski, and I have to say I wouldn't have kept Joseph Kosinski either. I thought he did a very nice job with the visuals in the first, hey, Anarchy Reigns, thanks for joining today. I think that Joseph Kosinski did a nice job with the visuals in Tron Legacy, but I thought the story in the world building was quite poor. It looked good, and that's about all. Now, of course, Disney wants to make another Tron movie. Why? Because they're building another theme park ride. There's a very popular one in China, and it's so popular that they're bringing it to Walt Disney World. So, of course, they'd like a movie to go along with it, and I can guarantee you that's the reason that they're still trying to develop a Tron movie. But I think it's a long way away, because this is not it. I think if they were to develop it, if this were to move forward as is, I think it would really hurt. Well, could it hurt the ride? It's a roller coaster with Tron visuals. I mean, you'll ride that no matter how bad the movie is. But you still don't want everybody walking by it and standing online and saying, isn't this a horrible movie? So anyway, who is the director? So they want Garth Davis. Now, Garth Davis directed a movie called Lion way back in 2016. Now, I'm sure some of you might recall it, but for those of you who don't, let me jog your memory, although Juan really likes it. Lion was about Dev Patel playing a boy who was adopted, separated from his family, adopted by Nicole Kidman, and he decides to go back and try and find his real mother. I'm glad that some of you like Lion. It has 84% on Rotten Tomatoes only. And it got quite a few Oscar nominations back in 2017. And it got them because Harvey Weinstein was the person who was distributing the film. In fact, it was Harvey Weinstein's last hurrah at the Oscars right before his world imploded, because that was the Oscars 2017. And then at the end of that year is when the allegations, became, very public and stuck. So I don't think the Harvey Weinstein connection is that great either. Now, he's also directed Mary Magdalene, which starred Rooney Mara and Joaquin Phoenix. In fact, I believe they met on that movie. And they're, of course, I don't know if they're actually married, but I think they are having a child, I don't recall, but they're certainly a couple. Joseph, 2016 was when the movie came out, but 2017 were the Oscars that it was for. So 2000. So sunny, and I have allergies today. Sorry. So anyway, so he also did the Mary Magdalene movie. Hey, to movie lover. He also did the Mary Magdalene movie with Rooney Mara and Joaquin Phoenix, and that only got a 45% on Rotten Tomatoes. So this guy can't even guarantee good reviews, which would be a little bit of a concern to me. I'll be okay. Who asked that? Fellow Grace. I'll be all right. Let me turn the light down a little bit. I think that's bothering me. All right, so anyway, I think that he's not a good choice for these visuals. I think he would be, like, not great. I mean, I think he doesn't seem like a very strong visual director, and I don't think anybody watches Tron for, like, the heavy feelings. So I really honestly don't feel he's a great choice, and I think that Jared Leto isn't a great choice. Oh, 1 second. There we go. So it's not, I don't think it's for Disney Plus, Coolest Muggle. New member. I think that it's probably for theaters. 1 second. Give me a second here. Okay, that's a little better. Sorry about that. I did just take my contact out. You don't need to see that. All right. So anyway, I'll be fine with one contact for the rest of the stream. What a day! What a day! So anyway, we'll see what happens. I don't think that this is a very good choice. I don't think it's a good choice for the director. I don't think it's a good choice for the star. I would make another Tron movie, especially because they have an attraction coming out, as I said. But I just wouldn't continue with this. I think it seems like a very bad idea. So who here is interested in a Tron movie? I know some people liked Tron too. Daniel wants to see Chris Evans throw a glowing shield. I did not love Tron Legacy at all, Brett. I did not. I actually did not care for that movie. I thought it was pretty bad. Let's see here. Ivan's never even seen a Tron movie. Some people really liked it. I see a mix. Some people really loved Tron, and I think some people skipped it, and, it's interesting. Lloyd, I agree. I am excited for that attraction in Disney World. Although Disney World's fallen apart a lot lately, I'd be a little bit nervous to get on a roller coaster that they built. All right, so that's the first story of the day. All right, let's get to the second story of the day. Now, the second story of the day, is that another Disney Plus Star Wars show is moving ahead. It looks like this will be next up at bat as it's aggressively casting, and that's the Cassian Andor K2SO prequel show. I loved Rogue One. I thought it was a great movie. I particularly loved the space battle at the end of it. But I did think that Diego Luna and Alan Tudyk as K2SO, my favorite Star Wars droid, by the way, of all time, did a fabulous job. And also, I did a Rogue One-based virtual reality thing at Disneyland, and I was really impressed that Diego Luna did the introduction for it. I thought that was really cool. So I appreciated that he did that. So today, they cast an actress, Adria Arjona, to star in an undisclosed role in the show. Now, it's pretty obvious she's playing Cassian Andor's sister, in my opinion. He's referenced his sister. It's supposed to be a big motivational factor for him. They kind of look alike. So I think it's pretty clear, and I like the idea of it being his sister rather than a love interest. I think that would be a more interesting take on that. But let me tell you this, because I just saw someone say they didn't think that she was a good actress. let me walk you through my own thoughts on this. So I was making my notes for this, and I was like, so she was in 6 Underground, which I didn't think she did a very good job in at all. She was in Pacific Rim Uprising, which I didn't see, which obviously everybody said was horrible. And she's also in the upcoming Morbius, speaking of Jared Leto, and that doesn't look very good either. It looks mixed. I think we're all interested to see what Sony does because Venom turned out so well. But she's certainly very pretty, as some of you have already pointed out, but I didn't think she was a great actress. And then I was like, well, let me just make sure I know everything that she's been in. There we go. Dogglemania just beat me to it. She was in Good Omens. Can you believe it? She's unrecognizable in Good Omens. She plays the young witch, and she was fantastic on that show. Great actress, very personable. And I think when she's not made to be a sex object, she does a much better job. And so I think I think she'll have probably a better written role here. But I think she was exceptional in Good Omens, and it's shocking to me that it's in fact the same actress. She's Puerto Rican. And I think that she'll be a very good addition to this. Also, Chris said she was good in Emerald City. I haven't seen that show. That was the spin-off. Wasn't that the spin-off of Once Upon a Time, right? But anyway, I think she's very, very good. So I just think she needs the right role, and I bet this might be it. This is, I think The Mandalorian obviously has set a very good tone for Star Wars on Disney+. And I think, I don't know, Sean, will they kill her? I think it implied in Rogue One that she was dead, but we'll see. I'm not sure. But anyway, The Mandalorian is done quite well. And then The Americans, someone from The Americans is the showrunner here. Hey, Aaron Elliott, thanks for joining today. And then Tony Gilroy is back to write and direct this show. He, of course, took over Rogue One from Gareth Edwards and really fixed it. So I'm very, very happy, very happy. I think that this will probably be a pretty darn good show. I'm excited about it. And, we're looking for more Latino culture representation. And so this will, I think, be a really nice way to see it. So who here is interested in the Cassian Andor show? Trick, I want an Obi-Wan Kenobi show too, and it's certainly coming, but it's taking a while because they really have to fix the creative. Let's see, who said that? Aaron Elliott says, I want to see it so bad, I joined just to say that. I'm so glad. That's excellent. That's right, Hugo. It's a lot of brunettes in Star Wars. A lot of Diego Luna fans here. I see another, Ian Michaels, another K2SO fan. Most of you are excited about it. I see a few of you who aren't too into it, but most of you are. I think it's going to be really good. I liked Rogue One a lot. It's really good. Hey, Diego Cruz, thank you for joining. All right, so let's go to the third story of the day. Hold on. All right, hold on. All right, here we go. Third story of the day. Final boop. Boop. All right, so Peacock has greenlit a new show, and they're going to be doing MacGruber. That, of course, was a very popular Saturday Night Live sketch, and like many popular Saturday Night Live sketches, it became a movie. I thought the movie was pretty darn good. It had Ryan Phillippe and Kristen Wiig in it, and I remember, I don't remember the movie itself too well, but I remember having a much better time than I ever would have thought that I would seeing a MacGruber movie. Will Forte, ever since he left SNL, he was Last Man on Earth. That was a pretty good show. I stopped watching about after one season, but it had a pretty good run. He's an excellent Shaggy in the recent Scooby movie. Sean, Peacock is the NBC Universal streaming service, which is free with commercials, or you can pay for it to have no commercials. Yes, it's a parody of MacGyver. So they were developing it already, but now today they greenlit it for 8 episodes, and it will take place 10 years later when MacGruber has been released from prison. I forgot why he was in prison from the movie, to be honest with you. I don't even remember if the movie put him in prison at the end, but he's in prison. He gets out 10 years later, and he has to take down a villain from his past. But is the evil, they say, coming from within? So I think that Will Forte, he's had a pretty good TV career, and I could see this being more of the same. But what's interesting to me is that it looks like Lorne Michaels might have gotten his hands on another corner of the NBC empire. Lorne Michaels, of course, has created Saturday Night Live, And as time has gone by at NBC, they've given him more and more control. For instance, they gave him total control of late night television over at NBC. He took over The Tonight Show and put Jimmy Fallon in. Then he took over the Late Show, where he put Seth Meyers in. I think both of them have turned out just okay, but still, Lorne Michaels has total control of late night television for NBC. And it looks to me like he might be taking over Peacock, because Tina Fey has a show coming up there, and it was announced today that Sarah Bareilles was cast as the lead in that show. So I suspect that if I were a Saturday Night Live cast member, I'd be getting my Peacock pitch ready right about now, because it looks like they're going to funnel talent from Saturday Night Live into Peacock. I don't know. I thought 30 Rock was pretty good. That, of course, famously came from Saturday Night Live. But sometimes, Saturday Night Live is really hit or miss. So I think, we'll see how this turns out. So is anyone here a Peacock subscriber? Ian Michael, I think Lorne Michaels puts the projects together, and then he does step back and take the check. I'm looking for there's one. John has Peacock. Oh, I hope you like it. Dancing Dog 60 also. I see a few of you. Lauren, Christopher. Christy has the free version. I'm sure many of you do. Why would you, you don't have to pay for it. As long as they don't play the same ad. I hate when Hulu does that. When I had the ad version of Hulu, they played the same ad every ad break. And I was like, you're killing me. I can't take it anymore. And I didn't want the product. So I was like, stop making me watch this. Liam says, I'm in the UK, so Peacock is still just a bird to me. That's pretty funny. Hey, Lena. So some of you have it. It's doing okay. All right, so those are the 3 stories of the day. A casual stream. So let me get rid of the marker. It's 4:42, so we'll go till 4:50, and then I must go. So you can ask me anything you'd like for 8 minutes today. Thank you for joining me. Oh, bye, Christian. You have to go too. See you. Hugo says, will Soul go to Disney Plus? I don't think right now. I think a lot of it's going to depend on what Mulan does. If it does well just in general, how people react to the price point, things like that. I'll talk about the Zac Efron story tomorrow. That's earmarked for tomorrow's stream. So we'll talk about that then. Quinn says, how did HBO Max lose Harry Potter to NBC? Well, sometimes there are other deals that are already in place. Of course, Warner Brothers and Universal have a pretty strong relationship with Harry Potter as it is because of the theme parks. So it's just, they were able to get it so that they had it at launch, which I think was very important to them. But unfortunately, they just couldn't get it for very long. And so it's a little bit embarrassing to them. World of Devon says, where is the Mandalorian trailer? Well, the rumor is it's going to drop right around DC Fandom. Can you believe that? So the rumor is because that's like the NBA Finals or something for right now. So the rumor is it'll drop the 21st or the 22nd. If it drops the 22nd, I'm going to really lose my temper because that's ridiculous. It's hey, Johnny Gomez. It's one goddamn day for DC Fandom. It's a Saturday, no less. There's no reason to release anything on that day. So the other day, hey, Darren Knight, the other day that the Mandalorian trailer might debut would be Friday the 21st, and that I'll take. So if they would just debut the Mandalorian trailer on the 21st, I'll be fine. But if it's on the 22nd, that would just be such a jerk move. I will express that anger in my trailer reaction. And it's expected to be an amazing trailer because it's supposed to have like Ahsoka in it probably. Maybe, Tamura Morrison hopefully is one of the clones. It should be, Rex. It should be really, really interesting. Melanie says, I feel like they will drop it on the 22nd. Oh, it would be so bad. Yeah, I saw a lot of trailers are on the horizon. The Movie Lover just pointed out Death on the Nile. Death on the Nile's coming. Dune is coming. There's a lot of stuff coming. Cannot think of a username says, what do you think of the rumor of Shia LaBeouf as Iceman? Can we please get a gay actor? Well, it's tough. I don't really know if people feel Iceman is a gay character or not. That was only recently done in the comics. I don't think you should believe that rumor whatsoever. I didn't get a chance to check with my sources. I actually didn't even bother because it seems like such a stupid rumor. Shia LaBeouf is such a problematic actor. He's not a draw. He's not a good fit with Iceman. And why would they have Iceman be the first X-Men member that they introduce? It makes zero sense to me. So it would be unusual for Kevin Feige to make such a big mistake. Dallas says, can you rant soon? I'm kind of ranting right now, I thought, a little bit. Let's see here. What's going on with Ezra Miller? He's still in the mix, you know. I still continue to feel that Ezra Miller is distracting. Like, why does he have a cat in the opening for his promotional video today? It's like, why a cat? That has nothing to do with, I don't know. Kirby Clay, I agree. Storm should be the first mutant to be introduced in Black Panther. It's pretty freaking obvious. The Movie Lover says, what are your thoughts on the Devil All the Time poster for Netflix? I can't wait to see the trailer. I'm surprised Sebastian Stan has such a small sliver of real estate on the poster, but I'm very excited to see it. It should probably come out tomorrow. It'll certainly come out this week. The movie's like right around the corner. Oh, Grace, I'm so glad you enjoyed the Umbrella Academy too. It was excellent. Let's see here. Dallas says, what theme would you pick for Disney's first owned movie theater? You know, they just do something magical, I think. You know, I think they would want a theme that could be easily changed out to go with the movie. So that's what I think. I didn't see there was a Scream 5 poster, Cesar Coronado. It must have gone up right before I started to stream. Let's see here. It's 4:47, Lauren. I'm going to stop in. I said I'd go till 4:50. Kirby, my Lovecraft Country review will go up tomorrow. Unfortunately, the rest of the show isn't as good as the first episode, so I'm trying to figure out how to delicately handle that. Morris, I missed you too. Welcome back. Luke says, Grace, do you honestly think Black Widow will move? I think it's too hard to tell right now. I think that we really need to see what these movies kind of box office they do when they open. I think that after we get Unhinged, New Mutants, and Tenet exclusively to theaters, we'll have a better idea of what we're working with. Diego says, so no Wonder Woman 1984 and Dune trailers this week. We could. I heard that they're probably going to drop right around DC. Well, Warner Brothers is going to want to give DC fandom breathing room. I mean, those are their own trailers. So they might. If they come out this week, it'll be on Wednesday. So the trailers will drop on Wednesday or tomorrow. So those are the days that we would get them. They might drop early next week too. Aaliyah, you're doing a COVID vaccine trial? That's crazy. Be careful. But that's very brave of you. I thank you for doing that for everybody. Oh, Morris, I'm glad you're enjoying The Boys. Can you believe that Shawn Ashmore, speaking of X-Men and Iceman, is going to be in that show? I thought that was a crazy surprise. I don't know why they quite revealed it, because I don't really know if anybody would tune in to watch him. I don't think anybody would be like, I wasn't going to watch The Boys before, but now I will. Hey, Matt Butler. I'm afraid we only have 1 minute left of this stream, but you can join in tomorrow's stream, and streams are every day this week, actually, we have live streams. Let's see here. Who just asked that? Armando says, Grace, do you have to have a PC laptop to attend DC fandom? You do not, but they've made it pretty clear that you would be better off. They made it very clear that you should be going to DC Fandom on a desktop or some kind of, the phone is not the best way to experience it. Oh, Tanya, today's your birthday. Oh, that's wonderful. Have a great time. Happy birthday. Daniel says, Netflix didn't brag about Umbrella Academy numbers. Do you think it did well? Well, I did notice. Hey, Oludamalad Raji, thank you for joining. I think that I was surprised at how much they advertised Umbrella Academy. They seem to be working harder to advertise it than they usually do. Maybe its numbers were low. I saw online interest to be lower than usual. It wasn't as strong as the first season, to be honest with you. But it's a little early still for them to release the numbers. I think they still have, I thought it was fantastic. I don't know anyone who's watched season 2 and didn't love it. But I think that it's still a little early for them to have released the numbers. I wouldn't be too concerned about it just yet. All right, it's 4:50. I must go. You guys are so sweet. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Lots of videos coming tomorrow, and of course, a live streaming around 4 p.m. All right, everybody, have a great afternoon. Bye. Bye, everybody.